What's going on, everyone? It's been a little while since I've updated everybody on the GT500. Some of you have already known that the engine is now built on this car. I'm going to kind of go over everything I've done to it, you know, what the whole point of the build was, and, you know, how everything's going. So, as I said in one of my videos, JDM Engineering built the engine. They're out of Freehold, New Jersey. They've been doing mod motors for a very long time. Back in, like, I think 2001 is when they got started. So I felt they were definitely the ones to go with. The motor was not hurt, damaged, or anything like that. I just simply wanted to shoot for 1,000 horsepower, and you know, I knew it needed rods, and basically it needed rods. Stock rods are only good for about 800, 850. So I went with Manley H-beam rods, Manley forged pistons. Car has JDM Engineering super stock cams with upgraded valve springs. I put brand new 4GT lifters, rockers in it, AccuFab secondary chains, built oil pump, AccuFab, trying to think what other little AccuFab parts we had put into the engine, but basically everything that, you know, the engine could withstand, you know, to at least make that power safely. The block is not sleeved. The engine only had 12,000 miles on it when I pulled it, so I didn't see the point in sleeving it. And for the power goal I was going for wasn't necessary in my, you know, even my engine builder at JDM said the same thing. He's like, it's not necessary, you know, you're not going for 1,300 horsepower, you know, you'll be fine with the stock sleeves or the stock bore. So it does have the stock crank in it. I did an ATI 10% lower, which probably won't be able to tell, but it is down there. Also has the American Racing Solutions tensioner. Hands down the best belt tensioner for this car. I did switch over to the PMAS 149. This was made by Lee Tuning and Racing. He welds it. You can see it's kind of been... I have a Shelby 1000 hood to go on the car, but as you can see, I definitely need it now too. The hood's been hitting the intake a little bit. Nothing else much. I did put a spec super twin clutch in it. Still have the ID 1300 injector, still have the 20 volt booster pump. But, you know, basically the engine was the biggest change. I know I showed in other videos what I did. I had the calipers painted Sonic Blue. We did the Griot disc 2-piece rotors, Forge Star CF10 wheels, still on Mickey Thompson 305 3520. Did the first watt log today on it, wide open throttle pull. Has about 500 miles in the build now, which is what they recommended, you know, before you start beating on it. Did good. Definitely needs a little bit more timing, I think, but Lund Racing is handling that. I did switch over to Corsa Extremes. My neighbors love me. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, happy with it so far. It's definitely a lot different with the cams, as I figured it was going to be. But Lund Racing is doing a good job. Drivability's good. I think it needs a little more tweaking, but it's good. Finishing up on pump gas, and we'll be back on the 85 with it. And then this summer I'm going to be doing the 4 return style fuel system on it with triple pumps. Still going to keep the ID 1300 injectors and the rails and all that stuff like that. So some of you guys may or may not know Revin Racing, if you've heard of that or not. I think I've said it before, but he was the original owner of this GT500. Me and him still stay in contact with each other. We still talk frequently. I actually sent him one of the original rods and pistons out of the engine. That would be kind of cool if he had it. Not sure what to do with the other 7 of them, but I don't know. We'll figure something out. So if you guys have any other questions or want to know anything more about it, once I get a little more dialed in stuff, I'm going to try and do some good in-car video wide-open throttle action. Hopefully, maybe in March, I might be attending the half-mile event out here in Arizona. It's out in Gila Bend. I want to attend it. If not in March, definitely in October. I'm going to try and make March. So that's kind of what this car is set up for. Still retains the 331 gears. You know, I set it up to try and do at least 180.5 miles. So that's the goal with it. We'll see what it does. Anyway, wanted to update YouTube and everybody else who was interested in it. So, keep you guys updated as we go along. Thanks for watching.